forward to most? How are you thinking? What's your thoughts going into your first training camp?
Most likely, like just me getting used to the system and playing with all the different vets and stuff that's coming back, and just having fun as well too, and getting to know all the players that wasn't here, during the preseason, like AG, playing with Will, Austin, and just all the other guys, and just building those bonds and relationships, and just letting that go a long way.
Mike Singer, Denver Post.
Hey, Bones, good to see you. What have the last couple weeks been like? The Nuggets social team posted you guys running Red Rocks, I think doing some MMA stuff.
Yeah.
What have these last few weeks been like?
It's been fun, honestly, but I'm still getting used to the altitude. It's kicking my behind, but I'm trying to get used to it. But everything's just been fun, just grinding with your teammates and just knowing that they have your back. Just seeing big Jokic out there running with us, and just him being involved in everything. Even though he just came off MVP year, you'll never know that he just won MVP. Just the way he carries himself. He's out there. He's participating in open runs. He's at Red Rocks. He's at the boxing MMA thing. He's just involved in everything. You could tell that he just wants to win, and he's an all-in type of guy.
Harrison Wynn, DNVR.
Hey, Bones, to follow up on that question, what was your first impression of the Red Rocks workout? Like the first time you did it, what was your first impression of being up there and going through that?
I honestly killed it. I can honestly run all day, but the rocks is beautiful. It just shows how just God's creation, what he created, and that just can't be made from man-made. That's made from him, and that just how beautiful it is up there. It makes you want to work out as well. It's very nice up there.
Jacob Toby, 9 News.
What's going on, Bones? So at the start of the summer league, there was all the COVID issues you had to go through with you guys. Did you feel that you were hit right off the bat with some stuff you had to deal with and adversity, and you had to come back and fight for it? You obviously showed out in the games that you did play in the summer league. Did you feel that right off the bat?
It wasn't shocking to me. I dealt with adversity my whole life. So I knew it was just another minor setback and just me coming out there and just doing what I'm doing. Like what I do on a daily basis. So it wasn't me facing adversity. It was just me just taking some time off. And then when it's time for me to go, I'll be ready.
Joel Rush, Forbes.
Hey, Bones, great to see you. Of course, your long-distance shooting is maybe your most kind of famous skill, but what do you think about your game is going to surprise people the most?
My passing and playmaking ability. I can pass the ball at a high level. And just my playmaking. I feel that was very underrated coming up in the draft process. Everybody just, told it on my scoring, but I can really pass the ball at a high level. And my reads and, just me making the right play, and I just know how to play the game.
Katie Wingy, Altitude Sports.
Hey, Bones, great to see you. You've talked about him a little bit, but I'm curious, your thoughts about Nikola Jokic coming into this offseason. How do they compare to who he's actually been to you in terms of a player and a person? What surprised you?
Just how, you will never know that he won MVP. He doesn't. It's like he don't want to talk about it. The way he carries himself is crazy. He just, I don't know. It's hard to describe. When he walking in the locker room, when he walking in the gym, you will never know that he won an MVP. The way he just carries himself, it's just like he's grinding for another MVP, or he's trying to, he's grinding for the next contract. It's like he I don't know. He's 101 for sure.
Chris Marlowe, Altitude Sports.
Hey, Bones, good to meet you. I'm sure you've answered this a million times, but can you just, and I may have missed it because I was at the Olympics, can you just walk us through who first nicknamed you Bones? Do you like the nickname? Who calls you that, et cetera, et cetera? Thank you.
So back when I was age 10 or 11, a friend named Amin Johnson, he's like a little brother to me. We grew up with each other. So I moved back I was originally born in North Carolina. I moved to Delaware, and then I moved to Wilmington, Delaware, and then I moved over a place called Westside. And I met him, and then he didn't come up with the name, but another girl did. But it was like 50-50 a little bit. But it was a girl who she goes by the name Chicken, and they were like close as well. So what happened? I think we was hooping, and I was just out there. I was so scrawny, and she was just like, I think she had just said like Bones or something like, or I was just so skinny. She just came up with the name Bones. I'm like, that kind of stick with me. You know, I got a slim frame, and her name was Chicken. And then we became close, like best friends. And then we was walking around, and everybody just started calling us like Chicken and Bones, Chicken and Bones. So I'm like, that's kind of unique. Like, I'm just gonna run with that. Like, I honestly like the name Bones. It fits me so well. And then back to the guy, he came up with the name Busy. And then I'm like, I always, could hoop. I always got busy in the court. So I'm like, Busy Bones. And then it just put 2 and 2 together, and that's just been my name ever since I was like 11. But the Bones name is definitely a legendary name. I feel like I have one of the best names in the league, and it's going to be legendary for sure.
Christos Saltis, SDNA Greece.
Hey, Bones. Hope you are doing well. For you as a rookie, what it means to play alongside with the MVP of last season, Nikola Jokic, and what would you like to learn from him on and off the floor?
Just from playing with him in open gym, we was playing together for 5 games. We didn't lose. It looked like 2K. We were just out there. You could just tell the connection. It was just clicking instantly. And they put me on a different team because it was just too easy, honestly. But just playing with him and just knowing that he knows how to play the game. And I know just from watching him in the league, I know where he likes his spots on the floor and how to, read and react off of him. So just playing off of him is going to be, fun to watch. And I can't wait. But I learned a lot of things off the court as well as him just, being on time early, and just trying to get to places even early before a lot of people. So, I'm just learning just trying to pick his brain and things like that.
Vinny Benedetto, Denver Gazette.
Hey, Bones, thanks for the time. I was just curious if you feel like you have a good idea of what your role is going to be this rookie year, or and if not, just I guess what are your individual expectations for yourself this season?
I think my role is gonna be just me coming in playing my game. It's no pressure. Just me just going out there and just getting busy what I've been doing my whole life. That's why they drafted me. So it's no pressure. Just me going out there and playing my game and getting busy.
Mike Singer, Denver Post.
Hey, Bones. How have these pickup runs gone, and have you been holding your own against the NBA talent?
For sure. Ain't no question.
Sorry,
sure,
stupid question.
For sure. Nah, but like I always say, when I'm out there, I'm just a hooper. I know how to play the game, but I look very comfortable out there, very comfortable. And a lot of the coaches said that. I just look like I belong for sure. So I'm going to take that, to training camp and into the season as well. And it's going to be a great fun year.
Katie Wingy, Altitude Sports.
Okay, I have 2 because you told the Bone story so well. I got to ask about the Tracy story and where that comes from.
Yeah.
And then where does your confidence come from, Bones? When did you start to develop that?
Honestly, I feel as though it was installed in me since I was a baby. I always was hyper. I always was confident in myself. I always just had that energy, and that energy, it how can I put it? It makes the confidence when you got so much energy and stuff and you believe in yourself. It's just like you feel like nobody can stop you. So I feel that's where my confidence comes from, and also from the man above. He keeps me going, and he keeps me energetic and keeps me joyful and with a smile on my face. And then the Tracy comes from, so it was 2 of my friends, and we was at an AAU tournament, and I always wanted to come with my own, saying and own movement. So I'm like, all right, so what can I, build around the 3? So I'm like, uno, dos, tres. I'm like, nah, tres is already taken. So I'm like, how about Tracy? And I just kept saying Tracy. I'm like, nah, that's catchy. That's catchy. I think I'm gonna run with that. So me and the 2 friends, we had made a handshake. We had agreed on this was what was gonna be the name. And then we had a game right after. So we were sitting outside on the wall. So we're like, we're gonna go in the game. And every time we hit a 3, we're gonna yell Tracy. So I hit about 3 Tracy's that game. So I'm screaming it, and the whole crowd is screaming it with me. So I'm like, oh yeah. this is it right here. I know this will go a long way. And it's been a great movement. It's more than just basketball. All the friends that's also in Tracy, I knew since I was a little kid, around 9 years old. So it's more than just basketball. It's a brotherhood as well. We mean more than basketball. I host almost every year event called Tracy Day, giving back to the community. And just being out there with them and just showing them that, let them pick my brain and just showing them that I'm the same person as you guys, even though I'm having success. This can be you in the near future. And I want you guys to take the same path that I'm taking. So, that's what Tracy, that's what it means.
Chris Dempsey, Altitude Sports.
Just to piggyback off that, before I get into my next question, just what kind of feedback and what kind of love do you get, from giving back to the community the way you have? And then part two is you talked about a little bit earlier about how, you just get busy on the basketball court, but what are some areas of your game that once you develop will take your game from one level to the next level?
Like I said before in my other interviews, I like to, hit on everything. I don't like to just focus on one area of my game. I like to focus on everything and become a better basketball player all around. And what was the first question again?
Give me a second to unmute here. There you go, Chris.
All right, yeah. The other part was just talk about the feedback and the love that you've gotten from giving back to the community and what that has meant to you.
It means a lot, honestly, because I'm the same kid who grew up, in a rough environment, just as the other kids. So when they see me make it and they see me having success, it gives them confidence and it gives them the joy to want to do the same thing that I'm doing. So, and it gives them hope as well. And I come from a small city where not a lot of people make it out. I'm probably like the third draft pick who made it out of my city. So it's like, just them seeing, a kid who comes from the hood and poverty, it's like, okay, now we got some more hope that since Bones did it, we can do it as well. So they back my play, whatever I do. I don't have to say anything. They come heavy for me every time, so it's like, it's just a blessing to have, your city just back you like that.
Joel Rush, Forbes.
Hey, Bones. I think it was to Mike Singer that you said that Will Barton was kind of like a big brother to you and that he asked you to stay in attack mode. Entering the NBA as a rookie, how valuable is it to have that kind of mentorship going in?
It just gives you that extra, confident boost as well. If you're having a bad shooting night or a bad, a turnover or something like that, and you just hear that from like a big brother standpoint, like, Bones, keep going, keep attacking, do what you do, get busy. So it's like, he always in my ear, he always telling me to keep going because he watched me literally grow up from, I think it was 9th grade year when I played his team. And it's just like, ever since then, we just been very close. And just from that, when I got drafted on that phone call, I'm just like, Will, like, I need you to come back, because I know he didn't sign his contract yet. So I'm like, well, it'd be a blessing just to play with you. You're like a big brother than me. I'm like, first, like, if they throwing you bigger money somewhere else, I ain't gonna lie, go get your money. But like I'm saying, Will, come on over and show me the ropes. And I'm like a little brother to me. I'm like a little brother to you. So it'd be a blessing just to play with you.
All right, we got time for one more. We're going to end with Mike Singer from the Denver Post.
Hey, Bones. I know you and Jamal had a fun back and forth on Twitter. Did you get to work out with him, A, and B, how's he look? Because we haven't heard an update on him. What are you seeing from him in his rehab?
So on a rehab part, I haven't seen him up here lately. I don't know where he at. He might have been back home, but he does look good though. It's like he taking it very slowly. He don't want to rush it. So, but he definitely look good. I ain't gonna lie, bro, solid. He kind of big, like a football player. He's huge, but he definitely looks good though. He definitely do look good.
All right, that'll do it. Thank you, Bones.
Thank you.
Thank you.